Hello and welcome back to Wyrd Sisters, and a little vlog in the beginning, and the vlog is mainly because I want to have some sort of proof that this is not for children. No, even if there are some teddy bears in the background. Yeah, I know. Still, there are two of them. There's a blue one and the red one. Now, let's start with the COVID-19 and that problem we have. There has been some developments. Some of them are positive and some are not so good. For my personal case, no problems. None at all. I'm more worried about the rest of you out there, especially you in America. The US has started throwing pies. They are doing the blame game. And being in the middle of all that, and this is serious. This is not stupid when someone say it's an invisible enemy. It is an enemy, and he will kill you. It's so darn hard to think any other thing than this is a killing thing. It's not a blaming game. It's a killing game, and something is killing your people. I saw that you had over 25,000 dead this morning. I'm so sorry for that, because you're into world records, yes, but not that type. And what happens is talk about absolute power and blaming whoever is next in line to be blamed. Sorry for that, because that's not how we are going to do this right. So all I can tell you, just keep your common sense. Use it. Wash your hands. Avoid your face. Treat your face like an enemy. No, but just try not to point too much into your nose and all that, and then put it all over the things you are doing. And keep a safe distance. You don't have to be indoors. If you are indoors, you can do other stuff, yes, but you can go out into the garden, you can take a walk, and every time you meet someone, just step down from the sidewalk. That's easy. Leave the person go. One of you do that and you will not collide, and you will stay 6 feet, 2 yards or 2 meters, whatever distance you want to call it. Just keep it, because the breath itself may contain coronavirus. And the absolute worst part of this virus is you don't know if you have it or have had it, because some of us, hopefully me, hopefully you, are not going to be affected by it at all. You can have it, it goes away, you didn't even know that you had it. That's the good part of it. But that's also the bad part, because you need to be tested to see if you have had it. You might actually be non-infective then. You might actually be part of those guys who are not... Yeah, you know what I mean. So testing, we need to start testing all over the globe. But in some countries, including Sweden, I must say, they are starting to do the blame game. Who we're going to blame next? Why didn't you start earlier? Because most of people are just pointing at Sweden and say, they didn't do as we did. Why didn't they do as we did? Well, we didn't do that because we are Swedes, and Swedes are world champions in keeping apart. As I've said before, 50% of us lives alone. We are already isolated, and then we have this far apart. Think southern Saskatchewan, think North Alaska, North Dakota or something, when there's miles apart between people. That's our normal space, more or less. So we can do it in a quite orderly way, and we also trust our government. We do trust our government, because if anything, nobody else is to trust. But in US, no, I'll drop that. let's go over to the Wyrd Sisters. I haven't done that much, that I'm afraid to say, but let's pop over and see what I've done. I forgot about something. I was to show you what I'm also doing, part of the part that is not working, my self-isolation. I have started, as I've said, to work on small cars to renovate them, and I do have a lot of problems with these. There are some things missing and you have to make them, but it's all going down to renovating this one. It's a bigger one, yes, and it's a Saab V4 or Saab 96 if you are into that, and as you can see it's missing a lot of stuff in the front, and the glass is in there but more or less broken. This one I got from my grandmother on my father's side at the last time that I ever met her. And it was the original one with the beige color and all that, or bone white or whatever it was. I'm going to check that out. And that was the last time I ever saw her. And now I have kept this one. As you have seen, I've done a lot with it. I've painted it and stuff. But in order to honor my grandmother, who I have learned was a greater person than my father ever was, and the greater person than I myself is or will ever be, I was going to renovate that Saab. Now back to Minecraft. As you probably can see, we can see the sky. That's the part that I've mostly been working on. And there were a lot of those dark oak trees. I've saved one here and one over there and so on, but not that many. I've kept most of these ones or replaced them, mostly because otherwise the leaves will not decay, and that keeps up a shadow, and shadows means that they will spawn the darn thing. So I'm just trying to avoid spawning of the monsters. Here, as you probably can see by that picture, I have planned it down so that I can make a road work from here down there and through that valley. I want that road fixed. And then I have made a lot over here. Let's see if we can get over there. I have also leveled down this part and some over here. And of course more torches. We need more torches. This part I will also start using more houses. And one of the houses that is the most important one is of course Nanny Ogg's house in Lancre. Now I don't know if it's called Lancre Town or Lancre or whatever, and I've tried to find it in the Swedish version as well, but nope. It's just called the city in Lancre, and that's not the same thing as the name, so I guess it's called Lancre. The city is also called Lancre. So Lancre Town, well, if I use that expression, you know why, because I want to separate it from the Lancre country, the whole thing. The thing is, you can actually see the castle from here, and that was something that I didn't anticipate, but you couldn't see it before because there was too many trees, of course. You can also see the coven up there. That's number 1, if you've forgotten that. So I think I'm going to put Nanny Ogg's house up here, and I need to make sure that it's a good road up. I'm also trying to fix this well somehow. I'm not totally sure how. I'll get back to it, but it doesn't look good at all. So that's what I have been doing. Oh, there is one more thing. Some of these houses have some sort of profession in them, as you know, nowadays. This one is the alchemist. We have that one, and if I have got this right, as soon as a guy comes in and touches something inside, he becomes that profession. Up here we have the stone cutter. I have put up an extra stone cutter because I had 2 in this town and I didn't want that. So I have that one here, and then I put up a picture of the one so you can see it from the outside. I'm going to do that with all of them. And then where I took that stone cutter thingy, oh, you can't get, oh, this is stupid. Now up here, wow, I failed again. I usually do that. It's a fun jump, but I always fail it. Up in this, I put a loom. Now, I don't know what they are going to have over here, but I put a loom in here because I think they should be here. And I don't know all the stuff. I don't know all of the things that you need to have. All the professions. We do have, and I have it back at my base. Whoopee. You have to be very careful when you're walking through the dark woods, you know that. There's always a creeper creeping up on you and kabooming you totally. And you have to go and fetch dirt and wood and stuff just to fix everything that he blew up. Do we have any bees nowadays? I don't know. I have to eat a bit. Now, again, this is just relaxing work. Now, here we have the cartograph. This is the smoker. I don't know if there's someone had to do that. And this, I don't know what this is at all because I can't get to it. But I found it somewhere out there in the woods somewhere. And then we have this, which is a repair and disenchant. But that can't be something that is perhaps it is. Perhaps you can use it as a smith or something. I'm also going to have one of these later on. So yeah, that's what I'm going to add in the houses. So next step is to build houses. And I think I'm going to do it easy. I'm going to start by just putting down the ground. Level, stones, wood, whatever I need. A couple of stairs and stuff. And I will use white. Is it white terracotta? I think it is. To do those special houses, except for, of course, Nanny's house. That's going to be like pink or whatever. Yes, let's see how pink looks. Oh yeah, pink is fine. We're going to do pink. We're going to do pink. A pink house is always nice. And then there's going to be a lot of wood, and we need extra much of the oak log in order to do that, and then I'll need a lot of cobblestone again. Now, do I have a problem with this? I don't have that much cobblestone, and most of my cobblestone is already regular stone. Darn, do I have to mine it again? But I'm not totally finished with the castle yet, so perhaps it's good to just wait and see. Otherwise, it's down in the mines. It's back to the chain gang. Yeah. So, there we have it. Let's stop it there and do this so we can finish this one off. So that's what I've been doing, and it's fun. It's still fun doing this, mainly because I am now coming into a part where I'm not really good at building stuff. It usually looks much of the same. So what I'm going to do first is trying to get around, see if there's any more villages that I have missed or perhaps just did ignore or something like that. Get around, do that. Perhaps fetch a dog again. I also need to make more horses. So each round I'm going out, I have to take a horseback, because I'm going to have like 10 horses or something up at the castle. I do have my own horse already, but still. And that also means that I need probably more saddles, but that's just... it's just for the eye. It's aesthetic and nothing else. So there we are. That's the part. I don't remember which episode this is, but you know what I'm saying. So stay safe. Use your common sense. Don't listen to the blame game, and have fun. Bye.